Instead of talking about preferences and other settings, I thought of teaching you guys the tools first, so you guys have something in hand to do some action in Illustrator. Let's come to our artboard. So this is our artboard. We talked about creating it in our previous lesson. Here on the left side you have tools. This is the advanced mode. In basic you may not have all these tools, but if you cancel it and go to the window, toolbars, you can see advanced and basic. If you click on basics, there are specific tools, but if you go to the window again, tools and advanced, you can see all the tools which are in Adobe Illustrator. This was the first thing. The second, if you hover on the tool, whichever tool you hover on, or you bring your mouse on it, you can see its name plus its shortcut key. Its name is selection tool and its shortcut key is V. Its name is direct selection tool and its shortcut key is A. Pen tool P, rectangle tool M, rotate tool R. So you can learn their shortcuts as well. You guys should know, whenever you guys play with shortcuts, your work is really effective, you can impress people, and you can work fast. So the third thing, when you see all these tools, you can observe some of them has this small little arrow and some of them doesn't. Why is that? Because some of the tools have more tools. If I come here, it doesn't have any arrow, it means it is a single tool. There's nothing more, anything like selection tool. But when you come to the second one, click and hold your left click on your mouse, you can see there are two more tools. Now when you see these three, they don't have any other tool inside of them. But when you come to the pen tool, click and hold left click on your mouse, you can see there are four other tools but related to pen tool. Nothing extra, all of them are related to pen tool. When you come to the rectangular tool, all of them are related to shapes. When you come to the type tool, all of them are related to type tool. So this is the thing. Now first we're going to start from selection tool. What is selection tool used for? It's a silly question, I know. Selection tool, from its name we can understand that it is used for selection. Do we have anything here to select? No. For that we need to create some shapes. First we're gonna go with this simple rectangle. Let's change its color. Selection tool, from its name we can understand that we can select and deselect the object. When I click wherever on the artboard, it deselects my object or shape. When I click back on the object, now it is selected. The first thing, select and deselect. The second thing selection tool does is moving the object or moving the shape. Click and drag wherever you want. You can move your object anywhere on your artboard. So this was the second thing. First was selection, second one is moving, the third one is transforming. You can see these points. When I move when I hover my mouse or my cursor on these points, you can see my cursor changes. When I click and drag, I can scale it horizontally. Scale back and scale more. So this was scaling horizontally or increasing its width. When I go to the top point, I can scale it vertically or I can scale its height. Scale up and scale down. 2 points. The third one, when you go to the corner, now you can scale both vertically and horizontally. You can see I can scale up the height and scale down the width. So I can scale horizontally and vertically in the same time. The fourth thing in transform is rotating. How can I rotate it? Go to the corner, move a little bit more, you can see its cursor changes again. Now when I click and drag, I can rotate this object now. So we learned 3 things so far: selection, moving, and transforming the object. Now let's come to the 4th usage of the selection tool. Let's create the object again. Select your selection tool. When you see your object, in some objects you can observe these circles next to the corners. Why do we need them? We can make their corners round from those circles. Mostly in previous versions, Illustrator didn't have this option. Now we can do that. When you drag it back, you can make it linear, or we can call it Bezier and linear. One thing you guys should know: when you guys are creating a shape, you can create or draw a shape into 2 ways. First, click and drag, and second, click on the artboard. The window will appear. You will ask for the height and width. For example, 100 pixels and 100 pixels. Now this is a perfect square. Why? Because we put the pixels, 100 pixels width and 100 pixels height. Now if I want to scale this shape and I don't want to lose the square, so it's not a rectangle or it's not a cylinder type of thing, whenever you do that, mostly you will mess it up. There are 2 options. First, it is Smart Guide. You can see the pink color line. I see it pink. I don't know what color you guys see it, red or magenta. And these are the guidelines. They guide you. They are smart guides. They will tell you that now it's a perfect square. Now the second technique is, which is very easy: hold your shift, drag it. Now your object will not lose its shape. It's this perfect square. How much you want to resize it, you can see the numbers here. Width is the same, height is the same. Still, width and height are the same. Leave it, and that's it. So now it was the 4th thing, I think. Through selection tool, we can duplicate our object. How? Hold the Alt key on your keyboard. You can see the cursor changes when I release the Alt key. It's in normal shape. When I hold the Alt, you can see the cursor changes. Now click and drag. Still, the Smart Guide will help you that now both of them are aligned horizontally. Leave it. Now there are 2 things, or there are 2 shapes. Same. Click and drag. Now there is another thing added. First line will show it that now it is in perfect horizontal lines, and the below one, which tells you guys 80 pixels, it will tell you guys the exact space between 2 first squares. Release it, same size or same distance. Let's go to the 4th one. Same 80 pixels, no changes. Now this was the benefits of using smart guides. You can turn smart guides off as well. Go to the view. Where are the smart guides? Here is the smart guide. Click on it, move it. You won't see any smart guides. If you want to see them, go to view, take it back. Now you can see the smart guides. There is another way of duplicating your objects in same distance, same size as well. How? Let's delete the first or the second 3 objects. Let's resize it. Hold your shift so you don't use your square. Hold Alt. First, copy it. Now the tricky thing is hold Control, click D. It's gonna do the same action again. Click D. Same, I have, I don't know, 15 blocks. Now hold or select all of them. Hold Alt, bring them down. Hold Shift as well so I don't mess up. Now you guys can see I duplicated all of them. Now when I hold Alt, press D, it repeats my action, the last action I did, So select all of them and bring it up. You can see we created some illusions as well. When you watch this part, the other corners will look a little bit darker. Now selecting multiple objects, still we have two ways. You can click and drag, select all of them, or you can click one, hold shift, click this one, this one, this one, this, and I want to select randomly. You guys can see the centers are marked because these objects are selected. When I go to the colors, change its color to red, you can see my only objects which were selected, they change their colors. So this was our first video about tools, which was selection tool. I know it was lengthy. I hope you guys did not get bored, and it's because I want to share everything about these tools. I want to reveal every point of each and every single tool, and for that reason my lessons will be a little bit lengthy. I hope you guys liked my video. If you liked it, share it with your friends. Brothers, I need your help in this point because I'm now new in YouTube, and I heard that it's a little bit harder to get your subscribers and everything else. So share it with your friends, share it in your classmate groups or wherever it is. They will also enjoy these classes. Thank you. Subscribe it.